Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for a brand new installment of Shuffle Mode. And what is Shuffle Mode exactly? Well, Shuffle Mode is a series on the channel in which I pick a game at random from my Steam library and give it a whirl. It could be an old favorite of mine with which I've got a few hundred hours experience, or it could be a title I picked up in a sale for next to nothing and have not played even a single time. So what's on the block today? Well, today we've got Hinterland Studios' first-person survival game, The Long Dark. And as you can see, The Long Dark is set in a post-apocalyptic Canada, and it places the player in the role of a recently crashed bush pilot trying to survive some extremely hostile weather. As you can see, very cold here. You also, of course, have some very aggressive wildlife in the area, usually in the form of wolves, and you also have to deal with the complete and total isolation of being stuck out in the deep wilderness of the Canadian wilds. And while all that may sound like fairly standard fare for a survival game scenario, what differentiates The Long Dark from other games in the genre is sort of the level of realism that it incorporates. The Long Dark not only accounts for the usual survival factors, of course you have a hunger meter, a thirst meter, things like that, and yes, there are dangerous predators, which is also pretty common. But the thing that sets The Long Dark apart is it factors in things like caloric intake, your body temperature, weather, disease. All of those things are factors that play a part in your survival experience. So not only when you're playing do you have to keep an eye out for opportunities to scavenge food and fuel and just in general improve your situation, you also have to consider a lot of intangible factors. I mean, is it worth going out in a blizzard to look for food, or is the cold a greater danger than starvation? Do you fire your last bullet to bring down a deer so you can tan his hide and make yourself some new boots? Or is it better to keep that bullet to defend yourself from a starving wolf? Should you spend your daylight hours scouring an abandoned hunting lodge in the hope of finding a new hatchet? Or should you just chip a hole in the ice with your knife and try and do a little ice fishing? Every choice in A Long Dark has an opportunity cost, folks, and every single decision has a chance for absolute catastrophe. I mean, while chipping a hole in the ice, you could crack it, fall through, catch hypothermia, and die right out there on the ice. That can easily happen. And with random item spawns and limited durability, no two games are the same, and no game ever is predictable. Nothing comes out the same way. So I think without a whole lot of further ado, what we should really do is just sort of dive in, get to work here, and get this shuffle mode underway. Story mode, just a quick disclaimer, is not currently available. As you can see, this is still an alpha build. The Long Dark has not been released yet, so not fully feature complete. Bear that in mind when watching the series, of course. This is not a final finished product. A lot of features and a lot of updates still to come. And one thing I will give credit for, the developers in Hinterland Studios has been doing a fantastic job. They have been doing a lot of work on this. We've seen a lot of updates, a lot of patches. The game has really come a long way since its initial release. And also, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm terrible at The Long Dark. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I have about 5 hours played in this game. I played it some when it initially came out, and a couple times in a few releases since then. The problem? I'm real bad at it. I have only put 5 hours in the game because so far, the longest I've managed to survive the wilds of Canada is about 30 hours. So a little more than a day alone in the woods, and I have been pretty much 100% dead every time. So bear that in mind while watching me play. Of course, if you have any tips, tricks, or suggestions, you can throw them my way. I'm going to need every hint I can get. So let's get started here. Now, I'm not going to play on the easiest level, because what's the fun in that? If that's too easy, meh, wildlife won't even attack it. Come on, I'm a big guy. A wolf sees me, my delicious ass with my thickened gravy-like blood. You know he's coming for me. So we're going to play on normal difficulty with Voyager. Let's be a female survivor. That has some interesting opportunities. Now, there are 2 maps in the game currently. When I initially played, Mystery Lake is the only map I've ever played on. I have not actually played on Coastal Highway, which is a map that recently released in an update. So for this time, just in the interest of making this as likely to result in my frozen corpse lying somewhere near the side of a Canadian road, let's play with the unfamiliar. So there we go. Now, kind of the backstory, as you can see, a mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought my plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can I survive? My guess, not that very long. So, here we go. The Long Dark. He knelt among the shadows and felt his isolation bitterly. They were savages, it was true, but they were human. William Golding's Lord of the Flies. So, who had the conch there, and how much of Piggy did they eat before things got truly dire? Alright, so we have, in our inventory, let's check and see what kind of equipment we've got. Looks like some basic medical supplies, some fire starting. We got boots, gloves. Clothing is a big factor in this game. A tinder plug, a hat. Shouldn't we be wearing... Oh, we are. I was going to say, shouldn't we be wearing our hat? Seems like we should wear that. Some matches and a bedroll. That's it, huh? Okay. And what are we near? Absolutely nothing. Well, that's delightful. I'm going to jog to try and keep my body temperature up a little bit. Jogging, as I understand it, you do move about faster, but jogging does consume more calories, so you want to be a little careful. Oh, also, going downhill, a little dangerous. You can trip and sprain an ankle, and without any kind of medical supplies, a broken ankle means you're going to be food for the wolves real quick. Hey, we found a... Okay, well, this is actually a pretty... Oh, shit. That sound is falling damage, or not really damage, but just like every time you hear that, there's a chance you could injure yourself. I don't know if we can get down here. So we do have a cottage sort of right off the bat. That's a really, really lucky start for us. This is actually a pretty big settlement. There's a lot of houses down here. Okay, this may be one of the better starts I've ever encountered. Last time I started in the Long Dark, I was in the middle next to a nothing. There was like a logging camp that had one tiny hut in it, and I got eaten by wolves before I could even find anything. So this is good. Central Coastal Town Site. Okay. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. Let's go see what's in this house. Also, it's real cold outside. The weather is something you really want to keep an eye on. You can take a look. As you can see, it feels like 50 in here. It's actually 36 degrees. We could go outside and we'll take a look at what the actual weather is like. The weather is something you really do have to keep an eye on, though. Like I said, you go outside and try and forage for firewood or something in the middle of a blizzard, you will freeze to death. So the actual weather, it's actually pretty balmy today. It's 8 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill. Feels like minus 14. So it's not too terrifyingly bad. This is actually a pretty mild day. Would be a good day to get a lot of stuff done. But the thing I'm going to do is rob this house. This old house, I'm going to rob this house. I'm sorry, Norm Abrams, but I got more concerns than trying to flip this and make a nice little profit on a tidy upscale remodel. Anything in a toaster? Nope. Water? Can we get water? Nope. Alright, so the water's clearly out. Looks like we still have power, but no water. Also, this house looks like it may have already been looted. We have found exactly nothing. I mean, come on, we should at least find some Mr. Clean under there. You keep your cleaning supplies under the kitchen sink. Okay, got a can of tomato soup. It seems like it's going to be more than probably useful, my dear. We're going to be eating that soup, and we're going to be glad to have it. Andy Warhol ain't going to have time to paint that, because we're going to slurp it into our gullet. Fuck you, Andy Warhol. What are you? Ooh, dog food. Yeah, I'm going to eat it. I'm not above eating dog food. This is the apocalypse, folks. This is the end time. I'll eat dog food if I have to. It's good enough for Carl and The Walking Dead. God damn it, it's good enough for me. I'll eat dog food. Besides, you know, Mighty Dog probably could be good. Dog seems to like it. I mean, dogs love that stuff. When have you ever seen a dog go conservative on his dinner? Yeah, never. That's when. All right, is there anything over here? Nope. Light does not work. Get a newsprint roll.
This'll come in handy.
Really? It's an old chunk of newspaper. Those matches are going to come in handy, though. Nothing to say about that one, huh? All right. Well, not enthused about matches, but you like an old chunk of newspaper. Maybe she's bored and looking to read, I guess. Oh, here's a cabinet. We can look in here. Nothing? All right. Well, let's search these drawers. Maybe we can find some warmer clothes. Nothing? Come on, man. This house is fucking barren.
This stuff will come in
we got a new toque. I'm pretty sure we were already wearing a toque, but it's possible this toque might be better. Every item has a condition. Cotton socks. Cotton socks not really the kind of thing you want to be wearing to wander around in the snow. Some wool long underwear, damn warm, though. We're going to put those on our little ass. That'll keep us warm. What else we got over here? What's this stuff floating in the air? I guess it's supposed to be dust beams. This game actually built in the Unity engine, just as a point of note, so I feel for a Unity engine game, the graphics in this are really quite solid, and the art style is really striking, actually. I find it very pleasing visually. It's got a really nice aesthetic. In the bathroom, well, you got, of course there's something, reading material. It ended up being useful. You can read it. Can we drink water out of the toilet? We can drink, yeah, I'm taking all the toilet water. Yeah, all of it. Give me the toilet water. All of it. And I know somebody out there's going, oh, come on, dude, you can drink out of the cistern. Nope, not going to do it. I'm drinking out of the bowl, because that's how I roll. Cloth, useful for crafting and repair, as well as for creating bandages. All right, well, I have a feeling we're probably going to be needing a lot of bandages. All right, come on, if games have taught me anything, it's that this is a bathroom, and there's got to be, like, first aid supplies in here other than just a scrap of cloth. No water available out of the sink. All right, well, we got a few things out of here. I can't help but notice there's no fucking fireplace, though. Does this room have an upstairs? It does not. So this is a one-room shed. How did they heat this dump? There's, like, no stove. What, did they just open the oven and just like, oh, here, we'll just open the oven and let that heat the whole house? That's an efficient way to do things. Yeah, maybe they had an electric heater, but I don't see one. Let's continue our exploration here of the central campsite. We'll try and loot everything we can, and we may make this our permanent base. If we can find a location that has a wood stove or someplace where we can start a fire, we will probably just set up shop here. Be a nice centralized location for us. Give us a chance to sort of collect everything, collate. Oh, an abandoned car. We can probably search that. Let's check the mail, make sure. Anything in here? No. Looks like the postal service is not running. What do we got here? Doghouse. Empty. It's this old burn. This house looks like it caught fire. Is there any way in here? Can we go in the cellar? Nope. That's okay. We don't really want to go in the cellar. There's probably nothing but a bunch of old Ed Gein-styled butchered bodies down there. Not really something I would be too terribly interested in stumbling across necessarily. We are going to go back to that house in a moment, but it's not that cold out today, so I don't really mind doing a little outdoor explanation. As you can see, we have meters for cold, fatigue, hunger, thirst. We are a little hungry, a little thirsty, and a little cold at the moment. Going inside will warm us up. Would like to find a place to maybe start a fire, but none of these houses have like fire pits. So anything in here? Nope. All right, so it's just our standard cabinetry searching. Nothing in that one. What's in the oven? What you cooking in the oven there, Dinah? Nothing. That's what. Can we take this pot to maybe cook in? Nope. Apparently cooking utensils and I couldn't
Best be prepared for anything.
Why is there a raw fish in here? I mean, that's weird. I'll take it. I don't care. Seems like an odd place to just keep a raw fish. Oh, it didn't even look gutted. Could you have cleaned that fish? Ooh, can of peaches. Alright, so we're going to need probably a can opener. We're finding all this canned food. I can't help but feel that we're going to need a method to open it. We can smash the cans open. That's something you can do. But when you smash the cans open, you waste a lot of the contents. So it's really sort of best practice kind of situation to try and find an actual can opener before resorting to eating canned food. There is prepackaged food as well. You can find like granola bars, things of that nature. We are not finding an abundance of food for a kitchen. There's a granola bar. We can eat that. All right. Granola requires no extra preparation, which is good because we have no way to start a fire and cook anything. And I like sushi as much as the next guy, but I don't necessarily want to just chaw the head off of a fucking fish that we pulled straight out of the lake. That seems slightly less than appetizing. Maybe some more warmer clothes in here? Come on, give me a pair of, like, Under Armour or something.
Yeah, take it.
Basic gloves. I love how this woman tries to justify her thievery. I'll take it. Just embrace the fact that you're robbing the dump. The world has ended. There are no laws anymore, ma'am. You can just embrace the chaos. Roll with it. Take whatever you want. If there are people around, you could murder them and steal their jeans. That'd be extra jeans. I mean, this is the end times, lady. It's all over.
I think I can use this.
Work boots. Steel-toed work boots. Hell yeah. We will definitely. And some wool socks. Sweet. All right, so that cabinet was a kind of a gold mine in the clothing department. Radio work. Nope. More cloth. I have a feeling that's probably going to get turned into a bandage or used to repair some of our other clothing. What are you? Wool socks. Yeah, we'll take wool socks. We found a book.
This'll come in
Eventually
handy.
a source of knowledge for now. Something to burn when you are freezing. Okay, so apparently we can set books on fire. I gotta say I'm not really comfortable with that. One thing I will explain very quickly, the beds. The save game mechanic, you just sleep in a bed. That's the whole mechanic behind the save games, which surprisingly can be a little problematic if you run into a situation where you're in a bad strait and there's no bed nearby. You can be out of luck. I guess we're gonna get some more toilet water. Yeah, we'll take it. Oh man, this one's got that blue stuff in it. That's gonna taste nasty. I hate it when they put the blue little thing in there. Does this not open? What kind of video game bathroom doesn't have first aid supplies? The only thing I can get out of here is a bowl full of toilet water. Feeling a little slighted. Alright, what else is in here? Well, we've looted this place. So it looks like this place is fully... Oh, no, we got another room over here. We didn't check out the dining room. Another newspaper. Wow, newspaper's still really popular in Canada. I would have thought in the wilderness where delivery would be an issue, people here probably would have gone for a more digital variety of media.
Probably useful.
Apparently, newspapers, they're old school here. Oh, we can start a fire. We got a fireplace. Yeah, we're probably going to live in this house then. I'm moving in. This is my new digs, folks. Welcome home. Home sweet home. We're going to have a little housewarming party here in a little while, I think. By that, I mean specifically we're going to start a fire and stare at our non-functional television and just pretend the world has not ended and everything's not falling apart around us. It'll be a fun game. You'll like it. I promise. It won't be at all sad or depressing. What are you? Mittens. Hell yeah, mittens. All right, so we're doing really well in the clothing department, which sort of reminds me, let's take a look and see what we can do about clothing, if we can improve our situation in general. So we've got basic boots on right now. Let's just look at exclusively clothing. We got these steel-toed boots. They're in better condition. They give us a bigger warmth bonus and a wind chill bonus, so we're going to wear those. New boots. Looks like we got some warmer socks. Let's put on our warmy pair of socks. Wool long underwear. What are we wearing right now? We have cotton long underwear. They are actually better because our wool ones are in sort of kind of disrepair. So this hat's in a little better shape than ours. Of course, this hat didn't just survive a plane crash, so it stands to reason. We're wearing our best pair of jeans. We got some basic gloves that are warmer. Those mittens are in terrible shape. All right, well, let's wear those then. And that's all we can do for clothing. Let's take stock of our available food. You know what? Let's drink a little bit of our water. We were looking a little thirsty earlier. That's good. Didn't drink much. Let's take a look at our caloric intake. We're a little hungry. We're down to 1,500 calories. Now, a normal healthy diet, according to the USDAA, should eat about 2,000 calories of food a day. We're going to go a little light on that. I'm going to eat exactly a granola bar, and that's probably going to be it for now. So we've got a little bit of snack. Didn't do much for our hunger, really, but our fatigue is also rising. At some point, we're going to want to come and sleep. But we have a bed and a fire in this house, so it's got all the basic amenities. Let's continue our search. Definitely want to loot the rest of this village. Lest, you know, somebody else get here and sort of take my shit. This is a dog-eat-dog world now, folks. This is cutthroat. Ooh, what's this? So here's clearly how they were heating the house. They've got a propane tank. Hey, turn this on. Come on. Let's get this going. Turn it on. Dude, nope. Alright. Either it's empty or it just doesn't work. I feel sorry for this dog. I really do. What are you? Clothesline? Clothesline. Feel sorry for that dog, though. Poor puppy. I hope he's okay. Actually, he's probably more than okay. He's probably gone feral and is feasting on the fucking frozen corpses of the perished. It's the most likely outcome, really. I mean, no dog's going to stay domestic. Is there anything in his trunk? It's locked. Okay. What do we got in the back seat here? Looks like a whole lot of nothing. Anything in the front? Cars are new to me. Apparently cars are also... Oh, hey, a road flare. Okay,
Best
well,
be
we'll take
prepared
that.
for anything.
Don't suppose this radio works, does it? Nope. Granola bar in here, though. Man, this car is sweet. It's more food than we found in any of the houses so far. Nothing above the visors. Any of this other stuff do anything? Don't suppose this start... Nope. Alright. Cars are just sort of a ghetto form of building. What's in here? Seems like we should be able to salvage this battery and maybe do something with it. You know what? I'm going to leave this hood up. Oh, no. I was going to say I'll leave the hood up so I know I've searched it, but actually we haven't fully searched that one, so I'm going to leave it down. There was the trunk, which we didn't look in. Is there a door? Probably there. I'm just going to scan the outside of the building very quickly. Don't want to overlook any potential resource. Still, of course, our noble Canadian flag. Oh, Canada. My home and native land, is a little less hospitable than I would have liked. Couldn't we have crashed in, like, I don't know, British Columbia? Oh, some kind of store. This place should be rife with food. What we got here? Lantern fuel? Hell yeah. If we only had a lantern to go with it, that'd be alright. Oh, herbal tea. Because no apocalypse would be complete without a ready, steady supply of herbal teas. Earl Grey. Am I right? Come on, folks. Doesn't get any better after a cold day out in the harsh, bitter winter loneliness than a nice cup of chamomile tea. Calms the nerves.
This
Condensed
stuff will
milk.
come in handy.
Yeah, condensed milk is like a superfood. Tins of sardines. Food that we can eat without a can opener, I think. This looks like a jerry can of gas. Can I take that? Nope. Okay. Anything in a cat? Ooh, a lantern. That is useful. In fact, let's fire that up. We got lantern fueled. Let's take a look here. All equipment. Where is our lantern? Oh, it's in really good shape, too. So let's equip that. Can we light it? There we go. Aha! And there was light. Was there anything behind the counter? Nope. Anything in the register? Probably money, I'm going to guess. We found absolutely nothing. Not surprising. Is this, must be an empty can. Oh, no, wait, what? I was searching something. What was I searching? Oh, no, I'm trying to put my lantern out. That's foolish. We got a refrigerator here that contains a orange soda.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I agree. One soda seems like a very small find. There's 2 sodas in here. Man, look at the prices on these sodas. This is ridiculous. This is 3 digits. It's like $1 a can. Man, soda's real expensive in Canada. Feel sorry for you guys. Driving along, want to wet your whistle a little bit. What are you going to do? And fucking suffer. That's what you're going to do. Oh, hey, there's a workbench in here. Clearly, I keep all of my perishable candy bars in my toolbox. I know that's where I love to store them. We did find a new pair of gloves. So no actual tools. Except for a pry bar. Hell yeah, we can make use of that. We maybe can use that to open that trunk. What's in here?
I think
Got
I
a
can
bandage?
use this.
Let's hope you don't need it anytime soon. You seem real excited about finding a bandage. You should be a little upset that you might need it in the near future. Alright, so we got a workbench. Here's a first aid kit. There should be first aid supplies in here. More bandages, some antiseptic. That's good. And some painkillers. Alright, hey, our evening is sorted, folks. Raw fish, it's sushi and painkillers for us.
This will come in handy.
It's gonna be a fun night. We're gonna get whacked out on fucking Vicodin, bombed out of our tree. Man, this place is man, we got a really lucky start here, I think. I think this is maybe one of the better starting. Is that a bullet? We found a single bullet. An extra bedroll, which, since we already have one, doesn't necessarily seem that useful. Should probably be searching these places more thoroughly.
Never know.
Another flare.
Could end up being useful.
Oh, some beef jerky. Beef jerky time. It's a fire barrel, so we could start a fire there. A bed that we can sleep in. So we have 2 places. Ooh, rifle ammunition. This is the first time in any playthrough of The Long Dark that I have ever found anything firearm related. I have never owned a gun in any of these games. Never found a gun.
Probably
never found
useful.
a bullet. So it's a first, and this is easily, so far, my best start to date. Also, based on the fact that I've survived 3 hours and 25 minutes and have not one time been chewed on by a wild animal yet. A tin of coffee? I don't know how we're going to prepare coffee. It seems like we would need a coffee pot or something, and we don't have anything of the sort. One thing I can't help but notice that we are not finding, we have not found any of the accoutrements to start a fire. We got nothing to burn, folks. I mean, we could burn those books, but it seems like burning a book is not exactly going to produce a sustainable cooking fire. Also, I'd have to assume that fish cooked on a book is not going to taste very good.
This stuff will come in handy.
Especially if that book is Twilight, am I right? Yeah, because it'll sour the taste of any food cook. It's that bad. That's sort of what I'm getting at. Alright, so more filing cabinets. I have to assume we're going to find not a lot in any of these except for perhaps some files, which of dubious usefulness. Well, we could burn the files. I guess we could start a gigantic paper fire. Man, this waste of time here.
Best be prepared for anything.
So, we didn't find any kind of paper sources or anything. What did we find in all the desk drawers? We found a can of coffee. That's simple tools, okay. Usable for basic crafting and repair. Alright, well that seems handy. They were in terrible condition. Some more basic boots. Oh, shit. What do we...
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
My lantern went out. That's bad. More simple tools. Some scrap metal. So apparently all of the actual work tools... we can probably put the lantern away then, I guess. How do we unequip it? I don't... Well, I didn't want to drop it. We should probably pick that back up. Lantern? Yeah. Back in my inventory, please. We've got enough daylight. We can still see. We're okay. Also, I just wasted a bunch of lantern fuel, if you would see. I'm sure at some point I'm now going to be wandering around the darkness, wishing like hell I had that lantern fuel back. Spare tire. That's a full-size spare, folks. Shit, I'll throw that in the back of your truck. If we'd had that spare tire, we might not have crashed. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
More beef jerky. Man, there's a surprising amount of food in these toolboxes, I have to say. We found, like, beef jerky, candy bars, bandages, hats, gloves, any actual tools? No, we found a pry bar lying on the ground. And it seems like more scrap metal and bolts should really be the sort of thing that we find with a basin. Hey, there's water in here. Okay. I guess you can just store water in that? That's odd.
I'll take it.
Can of soda. Soda is actually good. It's good for thirst, and it also gives you calories. That's one of the things one of the very few things I do actually know about this game is that drinking sodas in the apocalypse, they're the new form of currency. You know, they got bottle caps and whatnot for like Fallout. Yeah, there's a reason. It's because soda is extremely valuable, and we have all the spare tires a boy could ever want. Let's check out the bathroom. Hopefully some medical supplies. Ah, first aid kit. What's on the medicine shelf? Absolutely nothing. Toilet water? Yeah, we're taking it. I gotta tell you, if you're coming to this town where I've set up shop after the apocalypse looking to drink out of a toilet, you better look elsewhere, pal, because these toilets already taken. Yeah, that's right. I took all of them, and that wasn't even the blue water stuff. This one had some straight up Mr. Clean in it. Little tidy bowl man swirling around the inside there, keeping things fresh for us. Gives it a nice piquant flavor with a sharp, tangy aftertaste that's tastes faintly of grapes.
I think I can use this.
It's sort of like a cheap kind of wine. Ooh, a water bottle. All right, so we are very heavily encumbered, actually. Take a look at our inventory. We have, yeah, we're like 20 pounds over gear limit, so we'll probably head back to our abode and start squirreling stuff away. Anything else in here that we overlooked? Nope. All right, so this place is looted 9 ways from Sunday. I would like some firewood. Can we search this box? No. Let's take a look and see how much daylight we have left, and what I may do is try and get my hands on some firewood and see if I can't start a fire and then maybe cook that fish. Alternatively, we could have a nice cold supper of beef jerky. And it looks like the weather has changed. It's real foggy. But it's not very cold. It's actually 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty mild. We have no idea how much daylight is left because we can't see the sun any longer. That's a bit of a problem. So our other house was over this way, I believe. Yeah, our official designated doomsday abode. Back over behind this burned out shack. I suppose the mailman dropped off a new copy of it. Still no. Really, really want my copy of Vanity Fair. There's an article in it about the Rolling Stones I was really looking forward to reading. Customarily, you'd find that kind of article usually in a copy of Rolling Stone, but in this case, Vanity Fair, actually. They got the exclusive. So back in here, and we'll start unloading. We're going to probably stock up our kitchen with whatever supplies we have gathered. We have been here, right? Okay. Yeah. So this is our house. This is the one with the fireplace. I just want to make sure. Okay, good. I'm in the right spot. All right, then. So let's start unloading. I think foodstuffs just we'll keep in the fridge out of sort of force of habit. We get a lot of peaches. Put the peaches... we can put pretty much all the canned goods in there. Actually, let's get the sodas in there, too. Let's keep 1 soda and a tin of sardines. That's probably going to be dinner. We'll put some of this water in there. That water's really heavy. 13.5 pounds. Things do weigh their appropriate weight. Let's keep... that looks good. We'll keep, yeah, about 1/3 of a gallon. That sounds fine. We'll keep that for our own personal consumption. Tomato soup, throw that in there. Dog food, yeah, because we're probably going to wind up eating it eventually. Condensed milk is not high on my priority list. Herbal tea, yeah, that can go in there as well. No real interest in that. So we're probably going to have a soda, and I really should cook this fish. It's kind of getting a little bit gamey. Put our crackers in there as well. Coffee. Wow, we got a lot of coffee. So let's keep this, and in case we can't find any firewood to cook this fish, we'll have an orange soda and some sardines for dinner. Fuck me, that sounds goddamn delightful. Maybe a candy bar for dessert. Actually, we should try and maybe conserve, if we find firewood, we should try and conserve the food that doesn't require cooking to maybe take on us to travel as we... I don't really want to put a bedroll in the refrigerator. We're keeping food in there. Is there another cabinet that's nearby where we could store some more practical goods? Yeah, here we go. We'll put practical items over here in this closet. So let's put our extra... Probably could put an extra antiseptic. We got... Bandages don't weigh much, but I don't want to keep... I want to be as light as possible. Also, I don't want to risk losing anything. I don't know if you can lose items when you fall through the ice or anything, which is a mechanic that I know they added. It didn't used to be... Ice used to be pretty much 100% stable. You never had a chance of it. If you're walking on frozen lakes and whatnot now, you actually can fall through. That's a mechanic that they added. I want to see if we have any warmer shoes. We do not. We're already wearing our best set of gloves. Got on our best pants. I actually just want to look at clothing. Got our best toque on. Is this, yeah, that's a downgrade. And our best pair of socks. So let's take all of our spare clothing then, and we're going to throw that in here as well. any extra clothing. So we got a lot of extra suits of gloves. Get those in there. We don't really need to keep that extra bedroll. Accelerant, we'll keep this. Probably going to need that to start a fire. Don't necessarily need our entire supply of antibiotics on us at all times. That seems like a terrible idea. Which, we're not wearing either of these pairs of boots. We're wearing work boots. We got some good solid steel toes on us. Probably don't want to keep those matches. We have wooden matches, right? Yeah, we got wooden matches. Let's put these cardboard matches away. Because if those get wet, and that may be a mechanic that exists, I don't know. But if they do get wet, they're not going to work anymore. Just out of an abundance of caution, I think we'll leave those. We're not wearing those cotton socks. Let's get rid of that. Flares can help defend us from wolves. We can use those to frighten them away, so I think we'll keep that on us. Lantern fuel, mittens, not really useful. Let's get rid of a couple newspapers. And let's do, we'll keep one newsprint roll as well. The soda we're keeping. The painkillers, we're going to take, those are very important. We're going to leave all those. We'll keep that pry bar. The bullets, we'll also leave behind since we don't have a gun. No real reason to bring those along. Our tools, the lantern doesn't have any fuel currently, so no real reason to bring that along. Got the tinder plug, which we'll keep. We'll put our extra hats in here. Our water, we got plenty of wooden matches. Let's not risk losing or wetting those as well. We're going to play very cautiously. Like I said, my previous experience with the Long Dark has taught me that even the slightest mistake has catastrophic consequences, and you will die at the drop of a hat. So I'm trying to be very careful. We're getting a little hungry, a little thirsty, and a little tired. Might be able to salvage and go ahead and loot one more house, however. Try one more little looting run, and then we may salvage or try and scavenge some firewood. See if we can find some firewood from this place around here. About 3 hours of daylight left. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's go to one building we haven't been to yet. We will loot that bad boy 9 ways from Sunday. And once it's looted, we will head back. That was like the general store. What's this little blue building over here? We'll check out this little blue house after we check out this car.
Probably useful.
There are mittens and some beef jerky in the trunk. That's quality planning. Whoever owned this car, that's a smart man. Another pair of gloves. The guy had 2 pairs of gloves. That's good thinking. Good, solid winter precaution. You can tell this guy, that's a with it Canadian right there. He knows what the weather's like in Canada, and that guy came prepared. He also had a candy bar for some quick energy, which is going to suit me well. And the radio doesn't work. Anything in the glove box? Some wooden matches. Man, this guy is the most prepared Canadian of all time. I don't know what happened to the guy and why he just left his car here abandoned, but I got to say, I appreciate your forethought and planning, and also then your carelessness in making all of that pointless by leaving it all behind for me, the humble survivor, to find. I can't imagine that all these propane tanks are empty. One of these things got to work. Alright, so let's loot this little blue house over here then. And once this is done, we'll try and scavenge some firewood afterwards and head back. That house is burned. Also burned. Well, we might as well check these burned out places. This is not going to take long. We can just look around really quick and see if there's anything useful. Another car. Check the mailbox. Anything? Get your copy of Hustler here. Nope. Alright. No skin mags for us to look at.
Best hoping maybe there'd be a
anything. Playgirl or something in there. We did get some warm clothes there. Those might hold us in pretty good stead as well. Back seat, more newspaper. I gotta say one thing about these this people in this area. They're highly literate, man. They all really, really like copies of the printed word. And not like EPUBs or anything. They want the physical objects. Oh, Stacy's grape soda and beef jerky. This is like getting inside my car. It's just mostly abandoned food. We dug around under the seat of this guy's car. I'm pretty sure we'd also probably find like some old French fries that we could maybe take a quick snack on. I mean, sure, they're going to taste terrible, but
useful.
Calories are calories. When it's the apocalypse, you can't be too terrifyingly picky. Anything under the hood? Just an old battery. All right, so nothing really. Can we go in here? Nope. This house is pretty much destroyed, and it looks like there's nothing. Yeah, there's going to be nothing of value in there. Let's go check out this other destroyed house then. How much time? We got just about 3 hours of daylight. Ah, the obligatory abandoned swing. This is very Terminator T2 sort of. Edward has a tough moment where he goes and tries to play on the swing and recapture his lost and abandoned youth, and then Sarah Connor comes along to remind him that this is no time for fucking around, son. God damn it, get your head in the game. We've got an apocalypse to avert here, John Connor. And I'm in much the same situation, so I can identify with John. I know what pain he's going through. Nothing in that mailbox. Glad they let me open up these hoods. It seems like I should be able to steal all these car batteries and maybe rig something really useful together, some kind of like impromptu heating device. Just maybe get a coil of wire and run some current through it, make an electromagnet, and then use induction heating to maybe keep myself warm. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. I'm not a scientist, nor am I particularly mechanically inclined. Seems like we could do something out of that, though. A lot of car battery energy just going to waste. So this guy was not prepared. This is a poorly prepared apocalypse car. It contains no food or usefulness, just one old ragged set of gloves. Radio, nothing. Alright. Well, this car's a bust. Off to the last blue house then, and we will have raided pretty much this entire hamlet. We'll have taken everything of value and really made a pretty solid little start in our survival. I think my over-under, about the longest I've survived is I think a little over 30 hours in a long dark. The least I've survived, less than 10 minutes. One time I spawned, I was standing next to like a hydroelectric dam when I played this. And as soon as I spawned, a wolf jumped out and chewed my arm off and I died. I didn't even live 5 minutes after crashing my plane. It was a pretty ignominious fate. So not a whole lot going on here. What was that? Is this house haunted? Is there a ghost in here? If there is ghost, I'm stealing your fucking shit, and I'm not going to apologize about it. And you can't do anything, because you're a goddamn spiritual, otherworldly entity with no physical form. Since you have no corporeal body and no way to interface with the real world, I'm taking all your shit, and you're just going to be cold, bitter, and even more lonely and angry than you were before. See, we got a microwave here. Couldn't I, like, take one of those car batteries and jimmy rig it to that microwave? I could at least microwave some popcorn that way. Be alright. We could make some microwave pop-pop. Instead, I'm going to be stuck with the old man. Yeah. You know, every time she says probably useful about dog food, I can just fear. I don't feel, rather. I could feel the weight of the regret in her voice because she knows. She knows I'm at the helm and that I'm not a good when it comes to surviving. She knows she's going to be eating that dog food. She knows it's just a matter of time before she opens up that can of Mighty Dog, looks inside of it, and realizes I'm choking this down and this is dinner. I feel bad for her, I really do. So, any water in the sink? Nope. No way to get any kind of potable liquids here. I really should take that pot. I've got this fish to cook, and I'd rather not just bare roast it over an open fire, skin and all, but it looks like that's precisely what we're going to do. Another can of soda. Anything else over here? More newsprint. Man, I'm telling you, the Canadian people, the literacy rates there got to be basically 100%. There is no illiteracy in Canada. The only way you can interface with your fellow humans is by reading the paper. We searched all these cabinets, yes. Alright, so the kitchen was not a fantastic success for us, but we came away with something. Here's a family. I wonder which one of them is the ghost. I bet it's little Jimmy. Probably the first to be wrapped apart by wolves. Anything else going on? Nope. Have we looted this room? We have not. Nice flat screen in the bedroom, though. Maybe, I can't help but notice there's no television in the living room. None. But in the bedroom, bam, one Titanic. That's like a 52-incher. That's pretty big. These guys were living high on the hog, and there was some kind of warm clothing behind me on the bed, I believe. A thin wool sweater. I will take it. Sure, it might be a thin wool sweater, but I don't think I have a sweater at all. Bottle of water. So clearly this guy was a bedroom sort of oriented fellow. Spent most of his radio doesn't work. Spent most of his time in the bedroom. In the boudoir, as it were. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. I mean, clearly it's unattractive. It's got the double moose head motif going on. It looks like something your dad would wear to an Elks meeting at the lodge. But still, warmth is warmth, and it's not like there's anybody around. I'm not exactly dressing to impress up here. I got no real need to try and woo any of the other people. I mean, there's no one to peacock for. We're sort of a peacockless environment here. Anything in the bathroom? Probably some toilet water, which I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna take the toilet water. It's, hey, it's liquid, folks. Now, you're saying there's snow all over the ground outside, and you could just melt the snow, and you're absolutely right. We could entirely just do that. Wooden matches? Some accelerant. So, fire start, and some contact. Cotton long underwear. So, the tub in here, a veritable storehouse of treasure. But you're probably saying, you know, you can just melt some snow. But the problem with that, you gotta have firewood to melt snow, and then once it's melted, you gotta boil it to make sure that it's safe to drink. It's not potable. You can't just pick up snow and munch on it. That will actually lower your core body temperature and increase the rate at which you freeze to death. And since we're already Got a pretty good start on freezing to death. We should maybe try and avoid lowering our core temperature at all costs. Seems like the logical thing to do. It is the temperature. The sun's going down, and it is getting colder. We got about 2 hours of daylight left. So we're going to head back over to what we've sort of tentatively nominated as our headquarters. And I'm going to try and scavenge up enough firewood to maybe cook this fish before it goes completely bad. Before it just goes all the way over. Try and cook that up and maybe get some useful calories out of it. Again. Oh, Canada, my home and native land, I salute you. Glorious flag. Come on, let's get back over to my house. And it's not really my house, but did I pass it? Or is it this? This is it. It's the one with 2 doors. Don't even know my own house, folks. Sure, it's somebody else's house, but it's mine now. Squatters' rights, that's the thing. This is my place. See, I got a fridge full of food. This is how you know it's my house. Put our beef jerky there. Got a bunch of extra... we weren't keeping gloves there. Bedroll. More beef jerky. 3 books. Let's put that candy bar back in there. Probably the dog food. We're going to need it. Couple flares, new sweater, granola bar. Keeping the fish. The fish is down to 31%. We really kind of need to eat that right away. More soda. We got a lot of soda. Almost a full 12-pack, folks. We're rolling high on the hog. If it was game night, we would be sorted. We got a lot of toques as well. Anything else? Let's put this water. Also in the fridge. And that's probably good. We'll keep about 1/3 of a gallon. Let's take a look and make sure we're wearing all of our warmest clothing. If we can do any sort of clothing upgrades, we will. Gloves look sorted. We don't have a scarf at all, so let's boom, put that on. New pair of cotton long underwear. We'll tag those on as well. We can get rid of the old ones. A down vest. I don't think we have anything on our torso, do we? No. All right, well, let's wear the... How does that compare to the fleece sweater? Badly, actually. It compares badly. We'll put on the down vest. The jeans. Mittens? No. Still wearing our warmest toque, warmest socks, warmest boots, warmest gloves. So we're going to take all of these items. Anything that's extraneous, we're going to go throw that in our all-purpose storage kit here. Rid of all these items. So we'll put our spare gloves in. The reason I'm doing this, you do want to save this because you can sort of break these items down into cloth, and you can then use that cloth at a later time to effect repairs on some of your other wearables as they become worn and tattered. And I gotta assume all these toques are going to be busted down at some point into wool because, damn, the bright red and white striped toque, not exactly fantastic to look at. I mean, I know I was just saying there's no need for fashion. I have no one to peacock for, but still, I'm not going to be caught dead in that. And I assume at some point someone is going to find my rotting corpse, and I would prefer to not have that hat on when they do so. So we're going to forage for some wood. We're a little hungry. I'm going to forage for... We have no tools to use. But let's forage for like a softwood and a hardwood. Foraging will take 50 minutes. We have about 2 hours. Let's get... Oh, wow, an hour and 20. So let's get a thing of tinder. 2 hours and 10. That seems good. Let's forage. There's less than an hour of daylight left. We're foraging at night. As you can see, our condition is dropping rapidly. We are freezing, hungry, dehydrated, and it is hugely dark outside. Where's my house? Please let me back inside. Where's the door? It's scary at night. There's ominous music. I don't like it. So, a bit of a snafu. Yeah, oh my god. We're terrifyingly cold. We're hungry as hell. We're dying of thirst. Alright, let's drink some of our water. The thirst thing is something we can handle. You know what? Quick soda. Nice burst of energy. This will give me the juice I need. This is a surge, of course. Surge! Giving us the power that we need to stave off. Where's the rest of my water? I had water, didn't I? Nope. I probably left the water in the refrigerator. But one thing I didn't account for, it's going to be tough to start a fire. I can't really see. It's real dark in the house, and I'm scared. I'm scared. When it gets dark, I get scared. Alright, so we got actually quite a bit of potable water. Yeah, my stomach is growling. I know my stomach's growling. I know I'm hungry. It's fine. Everything will be okay. Settle down. We're going to cook this fish in just a moment. First, I'm trying not to die of thirst. I'm going to drink this water. There we go. Alright, excellent. So, let's go get a fire started. And cook this fish and eat that. Fireplace. There we go. All right, so what's our chance of success is 90% if we use wooden matches, a newsprint, and start it with a book. Is my first act going to be to burn a book? If we waste a book, it's gone. I don't want to use 3 books. Can I just use firewood? This is why, yeah, let's just use... All right, so let's use some cedar firewood. I do have... Now, you know, I don't want to waste the gasoline. Let's try... There we go. We got one good match. Let's try it. One of the things I do know about the game, starting fires, you have a fire-making skill. You get better at it the more you practice. Every success makes you better at starting future fires. So when it's early on in the game, starting a fire is very difficult. Later on in the game, if you have matches, you can start them with pretty much just some logs. Looks like we're doing okay here. It is nice to know that books make it very easy to start fires. We will keep those handy. Hey, we did it! Our fire skill increased to 51. So we have 53 minutes of fire here. We have cedar firewood, and we can add fuel to these fires. I'm going to throw this fir log on there. The hardwood is harder to light. That's up to 2 hours and 21 minutes. We're going to cook this fish. That's right. Get to cooking. Cook up. Yeah, that's going to be good. So we've got some fire. You know what? We're going to hold off on this. Got the fire going. It's going to give us a little bit of light. Let's eat our fish very quickly and see how many calories we get out of that. 556. That's actually a goodly chunk of calories. That's a good sized meal. 500 calories. That'll do all right. We don't really have any other food that needs cooked, but we only have 800 calories in us. We're going to have to eat some more. Our thirst is fine. All right, so let's head to the fridge and see what else we've got. You know what? While we've got a fire going, let's get one of those cans of soup. We'll have a nice can of soup. Maybe another soda. Let's grab a can of soup. And you know what? Screw it. This is our first night out. We got to be feeling... Oh, we can't eat canned goods. We don't have a can opener. I can't... Yeah, that's... No, we can't eat that stuff. We can't open it. I mean, we could smash it open, but we're going to waste a ton of it if we do. That's a terrible idea. We don't want to waste food. So I'm thinking maybe it's just soda and sardines for us then. We do have a pretty good supply of soda. So let's grab an orange soda, and we'll eat these cans of sardines, I guess. And then it's going to be toddle off to bed. I don't really want to be wandering around in the dark. So we can stay over here by the fire. This will get us warm. As you can see, our cold meter is completely empty. Let's grab some food here. How many 300 calories in a can of sardines? Really? I would have thought sardines had more calories in that. Interesting. Oh, these have almost gone over. Ugh, it's like anchovies. Ugh. All right, let's wash that down with some nice grape soda. Get that fucking taste out of our mouth. Damn, that was nasty. All right, so we've got a pretty full belly, 1,600 calories. We had a nice filling meal, and I think we will hit the sack. We'll hit the hay, try and get a little bit of shut-eye. Also, this is one solid way to pad your survival time. Sleeping, you can't really die in bed because the game doesn't allow it, and you don't burn a whole lot of calories or don't require a whole lot of water while sleeping, so... Hey, that's what we're going to do. So let's see. It just got dark. Let's rest. Let's do a good solid 8 hours of sleep. That's going to chew up 600 of our calories. We'll need some breakfast after that. But once we wake up, we should be ready to go, start a new day. Our condition should improve because we've got all of our basic needs met. We are reasonably well fed. We're fairly healthy. It's going to be pitch black. And we have survived 18 hours and 50 minutes. Looks like the sun may be coming up a little bit. It's a little bit lighter outside. But for now, this is actually where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. Going to wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support is really important, especially on a new series like Shuffle Mode, where we're trying out a new game. Let me know if you like it down in the comments. I appreciate the feedback. If you'd like to make sure and catch every episode of our Shuffle Mode play of Longest Dark, consider subscribing as well. You'll get those notifications piped straight to your stream. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.